Greg Bakken here. Let's go on a paranormal investigation together. There is no better place to do that than a one-of-a-kind event we're holding at the haunted 300 Clifton Mansion in downtown Minneapolis, Monday, September 30th. This unique event starts with a quick 101 on how to use the equipment. Then we take a very special trolley tour. And unlike normal candlelight ghost tours, we stop at one of the locations on the tour and do a paranormal investigation right there. We return to the 300 Clifton Mansion and embark on a paranormal investigation throughout the beautiful 20,000 square foot home, exploring the large formal living rooms, secret passageways, and basements deep below, including areas not normally accessible to the public. The 101 and investigations are led by Char Savoie and myself. Tickets are limited. This event starts at 6:30 p.m. Monday, September 30th, with a couple of pricing options available, and tickets are available at 300clifton.com. Look for GhostBox Radio Candlelight Ghost Trolley Tours on the main page.
The views expressed and the opinions given by the individual host, guest, random reptoid, or chupacabra may not necessarily reflect those of AM950 Radio, its affiliates, or its sponsors. Now, it's time to step into the unknown. There are things people experience but never talk about. A shadow moving in the corner, flickering of the lights, a disembodied voice. We invite you to talk with us. Share your story, share your experience, because this isn't just your story, this is our story. This is GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken.
And this is GhostBox Radio on AM950, where every night we talk about the paranormal, ufology, Bigfoot, and so much more. My name is Greg Bakken. Thank you for joining us on this. We're getting into fall Wednesday evening. I really appreciate everybody joining in tonight. And I hope, since I haven't been on this week, I hope everyone's been having a great week. And I hope that you are enjoying this weather before it kind of starts to turn. Sorry, I'd hate to be the person that brings out that bad news, but that's kind of what's going to happen. I'm being a fortune teller by telling you this, I'm sure. We are very happy to be here tonight, and I just want to make a shout out over to Eden Prairie, where Adam is tonight. Adam, how are you doing?
Doing well tonight, sir. Gotta hand it to you for giving everybody that bad news that, fall and the winter on the way. However, the weather is fine up until November 1st. After November 1st, it can just end. You know what I mean? Yeah, October absolutely. 31st is perfect for the fall. Then after that, you can go right back to spring for all I care.
Absolutely. I do want to bring up something here. Our dear friend Joshua lives in Florida, and he says he's very worried about Helena. And I don't blame you, sir. It's just, Joshua, take care of yourself. I know you will, but we all think the best of all of you out there and wish for nothing but safety, quite frankly.
Positive energy out to everybody's way that's in the path of this hurricane. Man, oh man, it looked nasty looking at satellite images today. Prayers and everything to all the folks down there.
Unfortunately, it looks very much like by the time we wake up tomorrow, midday tomorrow, it might be up to Category 4. So it's and I have to say I think those who have listened to the program know that I'm a kind of a weather nut. I follow this stuff, so I've been pretty much having on, even if I'm at work at the station or whatever else, I have the Weather Channel on because I'm following it along. I just can't help but to just kind of be informed about it and know what's going on. So definitely, as Adam says, positive thoughts and energy out to everybody who is going to be impacted by this for sure. So we got a full house here tonight, which is great. We don't get this very often. We had to vacuum around here because there's so many people here tonight. We wanted to make it look nice here. We have with us tonight Char, who you may have seen on such radio programs as this one. And she has been a guest host on a number of occasions, and we had to stop that because she was getting too popular. And she is doing we all laugh. But we also had She has an event coming up. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to just see what's going on with her. And so, Char, welcome to GhostBox Radio.
Hi, thanks for having me. So glad to be here. I know I've noticed you don't ask me to come on as often anymore, so
You're right.
I got the hint.
It's like Gollum. This shirt's mine, not yours. So yeah, it's you gotta mark your territory, I guess. Also with us, we have and Adam, you have to be on your best behavior tonight because he can fire either one of us at a moment's notice. He said so earlier today that he's kind of in that mood.
See, that's why my screen is black, so he can't actually see who the board op is. So if I screw up really badly, he could blame it on Patrick.
That's where Patrick AM, absolutely. We have with us the owner of AM950, Chad Larson. Very happy to have you with us tonight. Matter of fact, I'm going to be honest, and don't be angry, but it's late for you. I mean, it
is, but no, it's awesome to be on. You know how much I enjoy the show. I'm a big listener. If obviously run the station and do that stuff, but I've always been a big fan of the show, and you know that from us talking off air. So I'm excited. But yeah, I do get up a little earlier, and this is getting close to bedtime for me. That's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I'm right there with you. Normally, sometimes Adam has to send me electronic prods to wake me up, just not because of the people I have on, just because I can't stay awake either. So I'm right there with you, Chad. Well, one of the things we have coming up, which I'm really excited about, and I think all of us here are really excited about, is we are coming up very quickly on an event that is happening over at the 300 Clifton Mansion, and we've talked about this, and we just wanted to kind of pause for a second because I've been getting some questions, and also the fact of the matter is how cool is it that we are going to be having an event September 30th, and you can go over to 300clifton.com where you can check out the full listing of the event. But we are doing a few things that night. One of them is we're doing a Paranormal 101. Char and I will be handling that. That's kind of what we do, isn't it, Char? We kind of just do that sort of fun, sort of let's go through some equipment. We'll go through the equipment for about 20, 25 minutes, and then Char will end it all by just saying, but your best piece of equipment is yourself. And totally kind of throw out everything I've just said for the past 25 minutes. So, but that's okay. That we enjoy that. Well, mostly, and
what I do.
It is what you do, and that's fine, and it's true. But we're gonna go through equipment. We're gonna go through some etiquette. Then we're gonna get onto a trolley, and we talk a lot about the Minneapolis trolley tours, which we adore. Actually, Chad and I and Chad's wife, we did one of the tours, and it was a lot of fun. And they're going to give us a special tour, a trolley tour that night for the people who sign up for this event. And we are going to go and check out some of these locations. But with the new knowledge that Char and I give to folks, we're going to get off at one of the stops, which is unheard of. And we're going to get off at one of the stops, and we will actually do an investigation. And then after that, of this location, after that, we all get on to our trolley, head back to 300 Clifton, and we go ahead and we go and we investigate parts of the mansion that they don't allow other people to go into. So, if you're into this sort of thing, that is pretty awesome. So we're really excited about it, but I wanted to talk about a few things about it because I'm all gung-ho, right? I'm like, let's get out there, let's investigate, let's have a great time. And people who are a little bit smarter, such as Chad, for example, it's like, I just kind of want to make sure, though, that we're making sure that everyone knows that this is open to everybody and doesn't have to be like, let's investigate, let's do anything. It's open for people who just want to enjoy and check out how a paranormal investigation works, or check out what a beautiful mansion 300 Clifton is and see, okay, what are areas that I've not been able to see before of this place, or do a wonderful trolley tour. And Chad, I felt like one of the things you said that really was kind of cool, I thought, when we talked about this, you had said there's going to be people out there who've always, like, for example, watched Ghost Hunters, but they've always wanted to see what it was like to actually be in the room when people are doing that sort of thing. So if you don't want to investigate, but you still want to go, there's absolutely a place for you. You do not have to investigate. Your level of involvement is completely up to you. And I thought, Chad, that was a really good thing to say.
Yeah, I know, when we were talking, I don't know if I'd be nervous about investigating, but after we were last Halloween out in Stillwater, and even being around you guys as you were investigating and being able to see, but also just the feelings and observations, and it was an experience like I'd never had. And, I don't know if I'm not comfortable or if I just really want to see firsthand. And it was so cool, even being a room away from Char when she was across in the boutique, and then you still felt all that energy. And so when we were talking about the event at 300 Clifton, I'm as excited to just be in the room and see an investigation happen, not from my couch, not even from a room away, but right there. And it was, if it wasn't for that experience that we had over in Stillwater, I may have a different opinion, but it's hard to explain being firsthand or, real close to it. And so that was what I thought. I was like, well, I don't know how technical I can get. I'm not a scientist. and I know you guys are, that's part of people do want to learn that. And I think
Char and I are scientists. You're correct. Yes.
Pick up on some, but I'm as excited as anything to be right there watching you guys and other people in the same room and having a front row seat to an investigation. And having been to 300 Clifton, there's just so much energy in there that I can't imagine what it'll feel like when we're getting to some of the spots that nobody's really investigating. People don't get to go.
Absolutely. And I think one of the things that I thought was really interesting about when I was out at 300 Clifton, I think two weeks ago tonight, when we did our show with Norman and John, those lights kept flickering, and they would flicker on cue. Like we were talking to certain people explicitly, and they would answer with the lights. And that's not even, it is investigating, but it's not like what people are thinking watching the shows. We're just existing in the room, and we're letting it happen. And then they bring out this bald doll that I don't understand. They don't even know where it came from. That's what makes it wonderful. They bring out this doll, and it's just like this is perfect. And I know Adam enjoyed seeing the doll from Eden Prairie. I know that you love that quite a bit.
I love dolls. Absolutely love dolls. We all know that.
Every time I see Greg, when you're on camera, I always see the doll behind you, and for whatever reason, I think about the doll at 300 Clifton.
Absolutely,
total different look. But every time I see that, I'm like, all right,
well, it's funny
how this goes.
with the doll behind us. Char, do you remember Char when I brought that doll into the house?
Yes, I do. Oh my gosh, I was just like, "What have you done?"
This doll is vintage, and the reason why I have, for folks who are listening on the radio, I have behind me a Raggedy Ann doll, and the Raggedy Ann doll signifies Annabelle. The film Annabelle, the Warrens. What they have using as the doll is, for copyright reasons, it's not a Raggedy Ann doll, but Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll. So I got myself a Raggedy Ann doll because one does, and I got a vintage one. And it was February of last year or something like that. And the doll arrived. I take the doll from the stoop outside. I bring it inside the house. Just put inside my house. And my phone starts dinging. And Char sending me messages. What did you just bring into your house? I'm like,
and she wasn't looking at a camera?
No,
I don't think so. That's a fair question, isn't it? Cameras seem to be interesting around here. Yeah.
How you just immediately, Char, had the feeling that something, like right away. Wow.
The male energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, and that's the fun thing about it all, is that it is really interesting. Adam, what did you hear?
All right, just as you guys were talking about the doll, I heard twice whistling in my headphones.
You can see Chad is really comfortable with that, by the way.
I'm by myself in a spooky station.
If you can read body language, that was the best right there.
Dude, Chad, I'm telling you, when the sun goes down, this place does seriously take on a different vibe.
I'm there plenty. No, well, it's getting to that time of year. I know
yeah,
it's a
no
little
kidding,
different.
right?
Yep.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is really interesting. We need to head off to break in a second, but I want to go through some comments here. A number of people are saying hello. Austin says, I believe Cassie Schmitz and I are going. Okay, I didn't know if you need to put her last name in there, or more importantly, did I need to read it? It'll be good to see you, Austin. Carol says, let's see here. It sounds amazing. Now I just need to have someone in my family wanting to go, so hope to experience this exciting adventure. Will you be sharing your adventure on GhostBox after? Well, to a certain extent, obviously, but we it's meant to be your experience. And don't forget, Carol, we're all family, so you don't need to bring family. You can just go ahead, and I know you want to. What about your daughter? She's the one that's probably going to bring out all the spirits. She seems to be a bit of a magnet for it, so that's definitely do that. What was Dave's doll name? It creeped me out at first. Oh, I have no idea what that was. I don't know. It's in my mind, there's a difference, because you have dolls that are just like behind me and there's something to it that just looks normal. And then there's dolls like Dave that are meant to look creepy. And so I don't really put much into those, quite frankly, myself, even though they say it's haunted. Char, any haunted dolls?
Oh, God, no. Ugh. Not on purpose, anyway.
Yeah, right, exactly. No haunted Barbie dolls or anything like that, huh?
Nope. The only haunted thing I had was up at the Palmer house with that dang clown and the snowman.
That snowman was something else. Chad, there was a snowman that was a legitimate Christmas, not ornament, but decoration. And it's probably about 4 feet tall, would you say, Char?
Yeah.
Like one of the plastic ones?
No, but it was an animatronic, but it was broken. And we had lost the cord to plug it in, but it would still move on its own, and parents would be filming it dancing with their kids, and we're like, yeah, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it hasn't. And if you're in the room in the dark at that place, you could hear it scrape the floor. So that was great.
Yeah. It actually was in my memories today. I think it was like 8 years ago. It actually launched itself off the floor and landed in a group of people when we were doing a tour.
I never saw that, but I heard about that, and that's good times. Chad, can you stick around a little bit longer going into the second break?
Yep, absolutely.
All right. You're not going to be crabby tomorrow, right? If I keep you up a little... Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. All right. Let's do this. Let's go ahead. Let's take our first break. We want to finish up our thoughts on 300 Clifton, get to some other stuff going on. We have a lot of fun stuff happening here, and we want to share that with everybody. Don't forget to put any questions or thoughts into the comments, as you've been doing. Really appreciate it. You're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM950. And welcome back to GhostBox Radio on AM950. My name is Greg Bakken. I hope everyone's been having a pretty good week so far. We've been just talking about some stuff that's been coming up. I have with me tonight, I have Char Savoie, and I have Chad Larson, as well as back in Eden Prairie, we have Adam with us as usual. So we've just been kind of talking a little bit and kind of sharing, to be perfectly honest, our excitement for our event coming up on Monday over at the 300 Clifton Mansion. And I'm just personally, I'm just excited that they're allowing me in a mansion, let alone that I'm able to investigate. So, I mean, they've had plenty of time to see me. So I mean, they still keep letting me in. So that was really nice. Actually, Norman, when we did the interview a couple weeks back, he gave me a big hug when I walked in. So I must be doing something right. So I don't know.
Absolutely.
So if you
don't get that when you come to the station.
No, I don't.
I'm sorry. No,
I don't get. We really no. I don't even get. I come downstairs and Brett's like, "What are you doing here?" So that's but that's fine. We work through it.
You can come in at night more. I'll give you a hug then.
And leave all this behind? Are you kidding me? So we're doing an event over at the 300 Clifton Mansion that is going to be a lot of fun. And we've been talking about in the last break, you can get all your information. Go over to 300clifton.com. There, they're going to have another link that's just on the main page for the GhostBox Radio event on September 30th. And it is a Monday, and we are aware of that. And because the 300 Clifton is such a busy place, and the Minneapolis Trolley Tours is so busy, them making room for us on Monday is pretty exciting. It's pretty good. And one thing that Adam brought up, which I think is worth bringing up too, yes, we're doing a couple investigations, but we're not going to be done like at 2 or 3 a.m. We know it's a Monday. We all have to get up. And the next day would probably be done between, I'd say, 10 and 11. Doesn't that sound about right, Chad?
Yeah, I would think so. After the trolley tour, it's generally like an hour and a half. So, and after the stop, I think we'll be back with 8:30 to be able to start doing the investigation. Which I guess I don't know how long they last. I've only kind of observed the one you guys did, but it seems like there's plenty of time, and I'm sure if it starts to go into more rooms and people are tired, they can probably duck out when they want.
Totally. Now, I do have to say, and this isn't directly involved to the 300 Clifton, but Char, I want to say, I just remember as Chad was talking about in the last segment, how he was enjoying the investigation. I remember you coming up to me during the live broadcast and sharing with me, you noticing how much fun Chad was having during the investigation.
It was, I just come walking out of whatever I was doing, and I'd look at Chad sitting in the hallway, and he's just got this big grin. He's like, "That was the coolest thing ever." And I'm like, "What? Like, what just happened?" Like, I'm just doing what I do. And he's just, but it was really cool. It was kind of fun too to have him out there, because stuff was happening that correlated, that he was seeing in another part that was kind of correlating with what we're doing. So it was kind of fun to have that extra set of eyes, even though he was just observing at the moment.
And it's also worth noting too, some of the stuff that was happening with Chad and I remember everyone else over at the Grand Garage who it was Halloween and they're like, well, we're not going to stay because we have grandchildren and stuff. Good luck. They all stayed, which is great. And they all were having experiences there. And a lot of it was just energy. And when you're running into situations like that in energy, and it wasn't bad energy, it was just different energy. That's something that you can't. We all want to see lights and shadows and stuff like that, but energy like that is just as important. And Chad, you were feeling that, and the shop owners were feeling that, and it was just really cool that it was like we're with people who we weren't really. No one was saying that they didn't believe, but by the time we're done, they wanted more.
Yeah, that's the way I felt. It was like never. I mean, I had experiences on your own, but not really being able to identify. Not that I could identify there, but when you guys are actively seeking and you're investigating, and then having them correlate, and that was totally unique. And Shar, you probably saw me grinning a lot, but it was also, a couple times you'd kind of say something, I'd ask a minor question, thinking, this is a stupid question, or what was that, and it didn't feel, for somebody that didn't know what was, what you were doing, how you were doing it, you didn't make me feel like I was asking the wrong questions, or, it was like, that's a stupid question. This guy should know. We're doing a paranormal investigation. You're watching, you should know some of this. And that's one thing actually during the break I was remembering, is that the way you and your team made me feel was like, you're here observing, and I can take a second to tell you what this was, or we should check this out. And that was really cool, to even just the minor parts you guys were willing to share and let me experience as you guys were doing an investigation.
Well, that's part of it. If somebody is along, like even on Monday, that hasn't really done this before, and we can answer a question, that's making you a part of the team, making you a part of the experience. It's not about excluding anybody, and so that's why, we want to answer questions and help people and show people how to use the equipment, so that everybody of all levels that maybe have never done this or don't have any clue that want to try it out, they can come and feel like they're a part of it, and they, don't have to just sit back and watch other people that have done it before.
Very much so. And I think there's going to be probably a situation there, and Char, you let me know if you feel otherwise, but I mean, when it comes time to the investigation, we might start something off, but I don't really plan on investigating for myself. I plan on being in the room, making sure that everyone is safe. And I don't mean that to like scare anyone off, but I mean, it is just something we make sure everyone is okay. That everyone is and that everyone is treating spirits correctly and stuff. That's really what it comes down to. But I don't necessarily want to investigate, because I've investigated for 16, 17 years now. I love going to new places, but I also, why we keep talking about Chad's experience, because I love to be able to see somebody enjoy the moment, and it kind of reminds me of like those moments of certain things happening to me that I was able to enjoy it. So, if whether or not you want to investigate, you just want to be in the room, or if you want to take an active role in investigating, it's completely up to anyone to decide how they want to do it. But the main thing is that we just want people to go there, experience it, have some fun, and know that you're in a safe place. The mansion is not a dark place. It is good light. It's good energy. Yeah, the lights flicker, and it's a good flicker. It's a happy bald doll. I mean, it's what more do you want? I mean, so yeah. But I do think about, Chad, you're smiling at the Grand Garage and thinking that to me, to be perfectly honest, is what it's all about for me. I truly enjoy seeing other people experience it the first time. Same with Adam when we were over at the Grant House and he got his first EVP. And just thinking like, that is so cool to see how that we were all able to have those moments, those first times, and to be able to enjoy them.
Yeah, I think too, like at the Grand Garage, like we're just doing our thing. But then when I walked in the hallway and I saw all of the store owners and Chad all sitting there, all glued to their phones watching the live, that made me more happy than anything else. It's like, oh, this is awesome. Like they're into it. They're loving this. Like this, I'm glad they're having a good time. I mean, that truly was the highlight for me.
It is. And and let's be honest. I mean, Char and I, we investigate a lot of places. We tend to do more private investigations now, to be perfectly honest. But we do enjoy it. But I mean, that's why we do the classes. That's why we do all this stuff that gets people to be able to learn and be able to experience it themselves. So to folks like Chad and Adam, it becomes accessible, so it's you get to experience it.
Right.
So yeah, it's really cool. And, and if you haven't done a paranormal investigation before, a mansion isn't a bad place to start. I don't mind saying. I mean, Char and I, we've started at places that don't even have electricity in it. And we paid to get in there. So I mean, it's just it's pretty incredible. And we got some students actually in the chat tonight who are talking about how good the class was, and thank you for that. We really do appreciate it, and we're very proud of all of you and what. Watching people grow is just really the best thing in the world. Chad, are you going to take the class with us sometime?
Yep. Well, I'm going to dabble my toes next Monday, and then we're working towards it.
Hey, you know what? I love it. I think that's fantastic. So once again, I forgot to ask. I've been meaning to ask this. I keep forgetting. Adam, who is going to be also at the event. Is there anything that you're looking forward to in particular about coming out to 300 Clifton on Monday the 30th?
To me, being the nerd that I am, what I'm really looking forward to are the places no one gets into to do anything, because it's fresh. We've heard, we've heard the stories, but nobody's really heard anything other than the tales or the folklore. And to be able to get in there, one of the first people to get in there and actually try to document something, to me, that is the coolest part about that, because I'm one of the weird ones. I'm the kind of guy who likes to have everything that I do documented.
And that's great. And are you going to be bringing some of my equipment that I haven't seen in 2 years to help you investigate?
Well, the red spirit box my 15-year-old daughter is now using, but my wife bought me an SB7 for Christmas, so I'll be busting out my new SB7, and I think I'll bring some of, I got a REM pod, I'll definitely bring that as well, maybe both of them, and a K2, so I've got some equipment I can bring, because like I said, I'm a nerd.
I think that's great. But that's what this is about. This is exactly what it's for, so that you can try it out and you can kind of see how you interact with spirits, how your energy interacts with spirit, and how the place interacts with spirit. What I love about it is that I'm excited because you're excited. You know what I mean? It's so cool that that we're able to work something out that gets someone, who doesn't get an opportunity all that much, which we're hoping to change, an opportunity to go out there and try some of the gear out and go to, Chad, the mansion, right? It's
I love the trolley tour, but then you walk into the mansion and it's like, whoa. I know, so you think about going on the trolley tour and then the finale of going into the mansion and then being able to do something like this, and it's right away when we were walking through and we did the tour, like, this place is incredible.
It really is, and we were just like, I was like trying to figure out, of course, me being the smart person I am, for the broadcast a couple of weeks ago, I left all my microphones at home. So that was really good. Otherwise, we were going to try to showcase more rooms in the mansion. But we might have an opportunity down the line to do something like that further. But, you want to see it, come on out, get the tickets. And let's see, Emily says, hi, Char. She must have like the screen on in a way that she can't see the rest of us on there, but that's okay.
She's doing it right.
She's not, maybe she meant Chad and she just misspelled Chad's name. Just saying. So just because I'm a good person. Hi, Emily. Thanks for joining us tonight. So with that, once again, folks, please, if you are interested, this is a great event. And one of the things we had somebody in one of our groups talk about tonight, and they're like, well, hopefully you all have a good event so that you can do more down the line. It's like, yes, but the best way to ensure that we're able to do more is for those who are able to support and take part in the event, please do so. I know that it is on a Monday night, but we're going to try to get everyone home at a decent time because it is a school night, but it's going to be a lot of fun. John and Norman are a lot of fun, and the trolley tour and everything else is fantastic. So once again, if you are interested or just want to go and see exactly what it is, because there's a standard version and there's a VIP version of this event, go to 300clifton.com, check it out. Hopefully you and a friend can come on out, join in. It's going to be a lot of fun, that's for sure. And even Chad, we talked about how nice the mansion looks, but the trolleys themselves also, they're kind of works of art. The trolley, it's only one, but it's a work of art.
Absolutely, especially if you see them the before and after, what they got and what they made it look like now. It's
the trolley. It's the mansion. It's the grounds around it. It's the carriage house. It's
Don't
beautiful.
Forget the taxi.
Oh gosh, you're right. The British taxi in there. I mean, I mean, come on out just for all that. This is truly a unique experience that I can't guarantee it's going to happen. It's going to happen again. So just please, if you are interested in doing so, please come on out and get a ticket, get a couple tickets. At the very least, please let your friends know. We've been posting it on our Facebook pages. It is 300clifton.com if you want to find out so much information about it. And we're gonna take a break here, Chad. Chad, you're more than welcome to stick around with us. You don't have to though, because we're gonna start. I know that you start your day at 4 in the morning. It's ridiculous. I have no interest in
5's not that early.
It seems like it. As far anything before 9 to me is pretty much the middle of the night. So I'm just
I am going to jump off and go to bed, but I look forward to seeing you all on Monday. And thanks for having me on the show.
Thank you, Chad. It's great. It's nice to finally be able to have you on my show. It's been, and I really appreciate it. And we'll talk later. And do you want to come out and meet the voice of Snap Construction Ads? Come on out to 300 Clifton on Monday. All right, Chad. Thank you very much. And then we're going to take a break. When we come back, let's talk about what's been going on with Char, because there's some really good stuff happening with that as well. Everyone, you're listening to GhostBox Radio on AM950. And tomorrow, being Thursday, it means it's Myth or Mystery, and we are doing an episode about, I believe, a haunted barn. So we're really excited about that. And for those who may not remember, Myth or Mystery is our Thursday night Facebook only, or YouTube as well, panel program looking at paranormal videos. And the coolest part is that we do audience participation as well. Audience will vote on stuff, and we are really excited about that. That's tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. And join us and check it out, because we're going to be able to allow people to vote on the videos, whether they think they're paranormal or not. And we just have a lot of fun with it. So Myth or Mystery is tomorrow on GhostBox Radio with Greg Bakken on Facebook, and that's going to be at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have been talking about some events coming up, and before we get to Char's event, I just got to say, Adam, you and I have worked at a lot of stations and stuff over our careers, and I'm just going to say this, and this is meant to be, I truly mean it. I have never ever worked for someone like Chad. I'm just going to be perfectly honest in terms of somebody who has just been always nice, always open to our ideas. And I don't know. He to me, Chad is very much a rarity in this industry as far as I'm concerned.
I 100% agree with that. I couldn't have said it better myself. He's the one owner operator of a radio station I've ever worked for that you're right. He is open to everyone's ideas, just not his own, and he takes a risk on shows to put them on because there is a community interest for them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Chad is one of those people. He can walk in the room and just him smiling makes everyone else smile. I really appreciate his support for this program. And also, it really kind of became very obvious to me. And I think you probably, when you were out at Pride as well, there's, we do Saturday, we do a 2.5 hour, 3 hour LGBTQ plus programming block. And no one else anywhere does that. And that's Chad just making sure that AM950 is inclusive to everybody. So that is just one of those things that I just really wanted to get that off my chest. I really wanted to say that. So, yay, Chad. Where's my little Chad flag that I normally...
He honestly is the best media owner I have ever worked for. Out of the 6 stations I've worked for in my life, he is head and shoulders above any of the other owner-operators.
Absolutely. So moving on, we got some other stuff we want to talk about. We have this last segment, and I have to apologize, Char. Normally we devote a whole episode, so but we want to make sure that people are aware that Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair and Maria Shaw's Minneapolis convention. I've been speaking for 10 minutes. You could tell. That is coming up. Oh, actually, there we go. I'm looking at the wrong page. Saturday, October 5th and Sunday, October 6th is going to be the next event. And could you kind of tell us what's going to be happening those days? It's more of the Halloween themed event.
Yeah. So it's going to be both those days, Saturday and Sunday, next weekend, actually, 9 to 5, both days. There's classes and lectures. Maria does some classes. Joe's coming and do some classes. He's going to do his extreme seance. You can get tickets for Joe and Maria's classes and the seance at mariashaw.com. And then there's the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair, which is $10 to get into that. And then there's like 20 plus readers and healers in there. You can get readings, healings, past life regression. There'll be aura imaging. There's so many things that are happening. And I'm so excited to have those wonderful readers and healers back. They're phenomenal. And there is readings starting at $20. So it's going to be very reasonable for anybody to come in. Of course, Maria just went to the Tucson Gem Show. So she has all new crystals and gems and all kinds of stuff that will be there. I'll be there. I'm actually going to be doing some services throughout the weekend. So, some kind of, I'll be doing some readings, some healings, some ionic foot baths, foot soaks, kind of get some good Zen going on. So there'll be lots of stuff happening, and I'm super excited about that. A couple free classes that are included in the Charvinity Fair, which is brand new. Terry will be there doing her What is Human Design, which is so fascinating and so cool. Literally has changed my life since she did it for me. And then I'm teaching a class on self-sabotage, because nobody does that.
No, that's an unheard of concept.
Right.
Is 18 minutes still on the docket?
No.
Is it gone now?
Yeah. Thanks, Greg.
No, because I was going to say I could be there for that. So
we could still squeeze it in if you wanted to come.
Yeah, well, we can talk about that. Nothing better than trying to figure out, like, making plans during the show, right?
I know, right?
That's I put the amateur in AM. That's kind of what I do. So it's kind of where it's at. But it's there's some changes this time around. It's going to be a lot of fun, quite frankly.
I'm excited. It's going to be so much fun, and I really just love doing it. Maria's phenomenal. If you don't know Maria Shaw, she's a world-renowned psychic medium, astrologer. She just spews out information about astrology like she breathes air. It's crazy. So I love it. She does her crossing over gallery on Sunday mornings, which is just like a huge gallery. A lot of the other mediums and psychics will join her. So you're getting like the 6 or 7 psychic mediums up there at the top giving out information for people and talking about their past loved ones and stuff. So, it's going to be awesome. I'm excited. I can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be Halloween themed. Is it?
It is. It is Halloween themed. I can't guarantee that everybody's going to dress up. I mean, last year I dressed up both days, so I don't know what I'm doing this year. I haven't even thought about a costume yet. What am I doing?
Oh, I know, and but you'll think of something. You're creative that way.
I know. Every year I say I'm going to dress up as a taco, but I never do. But I feel like I kind of just am a walking taco every day of my life.
Well, I mean, isn't it kind of hard? I mean, the costume I'm envisioning, it'd be hard to sit as a taco. Right? I mean,
it would, yeah, and it'd be really, I mean, here's your
fortune. It'd be a standing taco.
I know, a walking taco.
It'd be a walking taco. Absolutely. That's what I was trying to get to. I'm glad someone was able to get there eventually. I know. I was going to dress as a man wearing a black shirt. And
God, I would never recognize you.
Right? Who are you? Yeah. Oh my God. Emily says, "Twaco." which would be a walking taco, a twaco.
Well, it almost sounds like a twat and a taco.
Well, don't be that. All right.
Well,
don't
there's days.
Well, I mean, I could be a twatco. I like that better. Twatco. Twatco. Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, and then we have our class coming up October 14th. Our paranormal class starts up.
It does, and that's what I was trying to explain to Chad. That this is and we have a number of the folks who have taken our class in the comments, and honestly, we treasure all of them because they've really, everyone has taken to the course that's been laid out, and that we've been able to help people find and sometimes find what they're looking for.
Yeah, find their own gifts. I mean, and some of them have become such great friends. I mean, it's become a community. And of course, the first Wednesday of the month, we have Ghost Stories and Beyond. We have so much coming up. Like the next 2 weeks is like jam packed for both of us.
And then we're doing, it's not an open public thing that we're doing Saturday, right? Because that's already.
Oh yeah, well, it is for the public way out in
wherever
Granite
that
Falls.
is. Yeah, because we're doing an evidence reveal of an investigation we did back in June of this amazing house.
Yeah.
It's not even a house. A house makes it sound so like it's not a house. But it's not a mansion. It's a big old country home, basically.
Right. Which is now a historical museum type thing.
Right. Yeah, it's just a country home with a church upstairs. I mean, that's all that this was. I mean,
yeah. It was quite the place. So yeah, we're pretty busy for the next couple weeks.
Absolutely. Getting back to the Charvinity Fair on October 5th. So once again, how much is it to get in?
So for just the Charvinity Psychic and Healing Fair, it is $10. If you want to do any of Maria's classes or Joe's classes, it's an extra separate ticket for them. And I believe Maria's pass for the weekend for her is $59. I think Joe's classes are like $28 each. But all of those tickets for Joe and Maria are on mariashad.com. And you can go to the charvinityfair.com and find all the information. I still have to update it tonight.
I learned that when I was trying to introduce the fair earlier in the segment. But here's the thing. I am happy that that just seems like a very clean way now of knowing, like, between what you're doing and what Maria's doing as well. Because it just, I mean, you're all collaborating together, but there's ways to do each separately, and it makes it just cleaner to do it. So.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm excited. It's a great weekend. Come on out, check us out. We're there both days. It's so much fun. There's so many wonderful, gifted, talented readers and healers there that are just offering so many good services. And like I said, all the readers are starting at $20.
And that's I think that's always a thing that I love to keep reminding people, is that you come out to this fair and you really have this opportunity to engage with people who can specifically help you, and everybody there, all they want is for people to be helped. So if you go up to a table and you explain what you need, if they don't think that they can help, or they're not the right practitioner for that particular need, they will help and get you to the right place, the right person.
Yeah, and that's what I like, because we have the people that come back all the time, so they've gotten to know each other. They know what each other does, their vibe, what they're doing, and who's a better fit. And me too, walking around, knowing all of them and being intuitive as well. I'll ask people, what are you looking for? And I can get a vibe off of, you might be a good fit for this person or that person. And so it's really about helping people and really just like having a great day and finding what you need, whether it's insight or some healing or just finding some good friends, because some of the people that come all the time too. So it's kind of like not just a family for the practitioners, but it's a family for all the guests too.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that is really fun about it, is that you see how the people coming in, they're not attendees. You know, there's some who are starting out, haven't done it before, but you start seeing, And, I have done this for, I think like 6, 7, 8 of these or something like that now. And you see people when they came the first time versus like the last time we did it, and see how they interact and how, and they appreciate that there's a sustainability factor, that someone needs to get paid for what this is, and that they embrace it, and they also are able to take it to the next level because they'll listen to some person and then go to another practitioner and build upon what each person is telling them to get what they need out of it.
Absolutely.
It's good stuff.
It is good stuff. I'm excited. I just love doing it.
Well, and it's good. I mean, and the one thing too that we keep talking about every time that we talk about this fair is that the energy in the room is very, very calm. It's very good. Right. It's very positive. So
yeah, yep. And I'll have helpers with me that have been students of ours as well, and so they know most people in the room too, so they can help you too. So there's always somebody there to help you or guide you or answer questions. It's at a hotel. It's at the DoubleTree by Hilton at the Minneapolis Airport at 2020 American Boulevard in Bloomington, right across from the Mall of America. They do have a cafe in there and a coffee shop and all kinds of things. So there's everything you need to come there if you want to come make a weekend out of it. It's a really beautiful hotel. They just remodeled it. There's a pool. There's everything that you could think of right there, and come spend the weekend with us.
Absolutely. And also don't forget 300 Clifton. Check out for the event there, and also for Char's event, charvinityfairs.com. We'll be back Friday with a live show. Char, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you Friday.
Thanks for having me.